All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Back with another quick hit. And first and foremost, as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right. That's the name of the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son and the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. All right. Who you ignorantly call God and Jesus. And next, I want to give double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or forbear. All right, and there's gonna be another installment of news and prophecy. All right, so this is something that's been going on and affecting people all around the United States. AT&T has had some kind of outage with their service, and people have not been able to access the internet. I believe home phone services, home Wi-Fi, all right, cell phone service, all these things have been hindered. All right, so I just want to read this news article and bring out some scriptures. Okay, and I'm not a particular fan of mainstream news media because we know that they're controlled by the 1948ers. All right, but I thought that this was pretty interesting, so I want to bring it out and, of course, bring out some prophecy, all right, to line it up. All right, that's our job as the watchmen. Okay, we are to watch for what's going on in the world and line it up with biblical prophecy. All right, give you warning from the God of the Bible of what he's about to bring. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. I got this article pulled up from Fox News, and it says, it's titled, Rubio, I believe this is a senator, okay, Rubio warns Chinese cyber attack will be, quote, 100 times worse than AT&T outage. It says your power, your water. All right. Let's watch this. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna play it because they might flag the video. I'll just read the article. You guys can go and search this up if you'd like later. All right. This is GOP Senator Marco Rubio warned on social media that the AT&T outage affecting tens of thousands of Americans pales in comparison to what a potential China cyber attack would look like. He says, I don't know the cause of the AT&T outage. All right, the Florida Republican, okay, so he's a Republican Senate out of Florida, posted on X, all right, formerly known as Twitter, on Thursday. But I do know it will be 100 times worse than when China launches a cyber attack on America on the eve of a Taiwan invasion. And it won't be just cell service they hit, it will be your power, your water, and your bank. All right. So we know that just looking at the ways of Esau, all right, the devil that the Bible speaks of, all right, and Lucifer, the elites. Okay, we know that the way they run things, they create the problem. All right, they create the problem, and then they give a response, and then they bring the solution. All right. And we know what the solution is going to lead up to. All right. No matter what, they're going to lead everything up to that RFID, CHIP. All right. The microchip. All right. It says, let's see. Rubio's warning came as 10,000s of AT&T customers reported outages on Thursday morning for their home phone, internet, and mobile phone services, according to Down Detector. Okay, then it says Chinese hackers had access to U.S. infrastructure for at least 5 years before discovery. Okay, so saying that they're pretty much letting everybody know that the Chinese have already infiltrated the pretty much the U.S. Cybersecurity. All right, they pretty much infiltrated our security defense system. All right, when it comes to the internet. Okay, it says the outages started popping up just before 3:30 a.m. Eastern time, according to a graph shown on the website that tracks outages. All right. It says most users, 54%, say they're having issues with mobile phone service. More than a third of customers reported being affected, saying they have no signal at all. And 8% of users say their mobile internet is down. All right. So essentially, man, we see what's going on here. All right. And this has been spoken of before, by different brothers. All right, about how there may be some kind of EMP, all right, or some kind of like cyber attack that would shut down the grid system, all right, and this could very well lead to that, All right. Now we know that all these things coming are just, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, preparing these evils. Because we know if that grid system goes out, the lights go out, ain't gonna be no 911. That would definitely be a catalyst for the time known as Jacob's trouble, the beginning of sorrows that Lord Yahushai spoke of. All right. So let's go ahead and bring out some scriptures though. And get to the good part. All right. This is let's see, Jeremiah chapter 49. All right, and Jeremiah 49, 50, and 51 kind of go into the destruction of Babylon. All right, so let's go ahead and bring out some precepts. Jeremiah 49 and 7. All right, it says, concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right, because you see that America's pretty much becoming a mess. All right. This place is described as the glory of the Chaldees kingdom. All right. The glory of the nations. All right. And we see that it's all kind of just different things happening. All right. In America, we got crime, crime going up. The economy is getting weaker and weaker. We're going into recession. All right. The value of the dollar is deflating and prices are inflating. All right. I mean, it's all kind of things that are happening. All right. It may not seem like it. A lot of people are not really paying attention. And that's why they got the whole bread and circus thing going on. All right. They have all kind of concerts and shows, celebrity beefs. All right. The Super Bowl, all these things are really just, distractions to keep you away from what's really going on behind the scenes. All right. And that's that they're losing power. So that's what this is talking about concerning Edom. All right. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman, and his counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right, it says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. All right, so that's what all these things that we always prophesy are leading up to. All right, the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, who is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. All right, not every so-called white person is an Edomite. All right. But just based off the prophecies, we know that the so-called white man in general is Esau, Edom. All right, just based off the prophecies of them being, it says the wicked, what would they be doing at the end of time when Yahushua returns? All right, they'd be ruling over the earth in wickedness. All right, spreading their false doctrines, philosophies. All right, all throughout the earth, and that's exactly what they've done. They've been very successful at it. So I'm going to scroll down. Okay. Jeremiah 49 and 10, it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. All right. What is this going into? Okay. So this is pretty much saying how Esau's being exposed. Okay. You go to that 2 Thessalonians. Let's see. All right, I'm opening the tab. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. All right, the Lord said he's making Esau bare. So the man of sin, all right, the son of perdition, destined to destruction, all right, is now being revealed. Okay. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. All right, that word revealed implies that he's been here the whole time. He's here all along. All right. It's not, not like the Christians say a man is going to, a man with a red tail and a pitchfork is going to, the ground's going to open up. He's going to come up and take over the earth. No. All right. The devil, all right, which that word devil means, slanderer, deceiver, has been here this whole time. He's been here all along. All right. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. All right. And how's he doing that? Right now, it's happening through us. All right. The Lord, we are the mouthpiece of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, bringing out these prophecies. All right. These prophecies are eating these Edomites up, man. All right. They're being exposed, and it's all through the power and spirit of the Lord. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So when he comes, right now he's burning them up with this word, but when Yahushua actually comes with thousands of heaven with the angels, he's going to literally destroy them by fire in that day. All right. So that's what this is going into. But that wicked is being revealed right now. All right. Going back to Jeremiah chapter 49. Okay. It reads, let's see. I'm going to skip down. Okay. This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold. Actually, no, I don't think I read the rest of that. Let me read that 10 again. Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. He's being exposed. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. All right, because he was hiding in plain sight before. Now everyone knows, who Esau Edom is. All right, he's a so-called white man. As much as they want to deny it, all right, they're the only ones that fit the prophecies. You got 2/3 Jakes trying to say that, it's the Saudi Arabians, which doesn't make any sense. They're not the ones that are running the world. All right, they're not the ones who had us in captivity. All right, and continue to have us in captivity until this day. And that's a very easy breakdown that I could do, but I can go into that another time. It says, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. All right, so you see everybody else on the earth, okay, is pretty much feeling the effects of this devil. He's on top of everyone. I mean, we don't really care about the heathen nations per se, and the Lord doesn't either. The Lord is concerned with him oppressing his chosen. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. All right, the choice, all right, the elect of the elect. That's who the Lord is concerned about. All right, and this devil is oppressing. He's oppressing the Israelites and has been for thousands of years at this point, okay? But lately in this latest captivity in America, all right, Babylon the Great, all right, he has done, great evil against us as a people, okay? And the Lord is getting ready to bring that recompense. That's why we see all these things coming. All right. So it says, I'm going to read that again. It says, his seed is spoiled and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Let's get a precept on that. All right. Let's get a quick precept. Okay. Everyone else is spoiled but him. All right. He has everyone pretty much, in derision. I believe this is it right here. Psalms chapter 73, verse 5, it says, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. You see? Okay, so this is a prophecy speaking about the wicked. All right? Speaking about the wicked. Let's keep reading, though. Let's see, it says, Jeremiah, skipping down to verse 12 now. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. All right? Thou shalt surely drink of it. It says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bosra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. All right? It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together, and come against her and rise up to the battle. So, all right, this is the Lord is getting ready to prepare the nations for World War III. Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and greatly despised among men. All right, small among the heathen. Okay, their birth rates are getting lower and lower. And that's in all Edomite nations. They're getting smaller as a people. All right, so they're small among the heathen and they're greatly despised because everybody's looking at the history of this devil and they're realizing this is the wicked right here. Everywhere they go, death and destruction, spoiling, all right, deletion, graping, all these things happen wherever this group of people pops up on the face of the earth, all right? So they're being exposed, that man of sin, all right, the son of perdition is being revealed, all right? That's what this is going into, okay? Small and greatly despised among the heathen, okay? Verse 16, thy terribleness has deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, all right, their terribleness, their wickedness has deceived thee, the pride of their heart, because they're extremely arrogant, prideful, all right. Nope, the Lord calls them the most proud. Ain't no nation more proud than the so-called white man. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, okay, because they're known as the cave people, that holdest the height of the hill, all right. So that means they on top right now, all right. They hold the height of the hill. They're in their kingdom. All right, they're in their glory, but it's short-lived. It says, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and we know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah, fire and brimstone, and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. All right, so he's going to make this place a complete and utter desolation. All right, that's what's getting ready to happen. All right, let's get another article real quick. I'm going to search this up. Chinese coming in at California border. This is not what I was thinking about. Hold up. Nope, it's not what I was thinking of. Chinese. Let's see. I seen a video earlier. Let's see if I can find it. I think it said like 20,000 or something. All right. Okay, here we go. But I seen a video of this. Oh, 23 hours ago. Boom. Okay, we'll go ahead and play that video. All right, it says more than 37,000 Chinese immigrants were detained at the U.S. southwestern land border in 2023, nearly 10 times the year earlier tally. All right, it says U.S. Customs and Border Protection data shows Chinese nationals made up only 1.5 to 2.5% million immigrants encountered there by CBP personnel. Salakia. All right, hang on, let me see. Okay. CBS News. It's entitled Chinese migrants are the fastest growing group crossing from Mexico into U.S. at southern border. All right. Okay, it says the number of migrants arriving at the southern border is unprecedented. Last year, U.S. Customs and Border Protection recorded 2.5 million instances of detaining or turning away people attempting to cross into the United States from Mexico. Okay, so what's the fastest growing group among them? It says Chinese migrants. Yes, you heard that right. Chinese. We saw large groups, including many from the middle class, come through a 4-foot gap at the end of a border fence 60 miles east of San Diego. See that? The illegal entryway is a new route for those hoping to live in America. All right, I'm going to play this video. Lord's will, they do not flag it. If they do, I have to make it just a, audio only, but we'll see. All right, so this was Fox, Los Angeles. All right, 23 hours.
Did you know you can get brand new permanent teeth in just 24 hours? Did you also know it only takes 60 seconds to find a...
Southern California feeling the brunt of the border crisis, now in year number 4. In Jacumba today, Fox News cameras rolled as illegal crossings continued without resistance in the remote terrain of eastern San Diego County. Where are you from? China? China? Ecuador. We used Google Translate to communicate with one of the Chinese men. He told us how his group got to the U.S.
Flew from Turkey.
Turkey? Yeah. Airplane. Did you land in Tijuana, Mexico?
是的.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want a job? Do you want to work?
是的，我想要工作.
Yes. Republican Congressman Darrell Issa represents the Jacumba area. He was here today, witnessing the surge of illegal crossings in his district, which has seen more than 20,000 Chinese nationals arrive since October.
What I saw today was shocking. Chinese and other nationals from around the world no longer saying they're coming here for asylum. They're admitting they're coming here for jobs. They hear that they'll get in, and they will.
Border Patrol reports San Diego sector has now seen over 140,000 illegal crossings since October. That's about the size of Dayton, Ohio. Many coming from Asia. Where are you from?
India.
India.
China.
China.
Georgia.
Georgia. Ma'am, where are you from?
China.
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 Yeah.
China.
Yeah. China.
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 My message to President Biden is close down the border based on the policy changes that have allowed this.
And Border Patrol says the number of Chinese nationals crossing illegally here in the San Diego sector is now up 500% over the same time last year. Reporting in Jacumba, California, Bill Malugin, Fox News.
All right, so we saw that clip. Let's go back to our articles. All right. Let's see. Matter of fact, we'll go to the blue letter here. Okay. So back into Jeremiah chapter 49. All right. And let's see. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 49. And okay. It says, let's see. All right, Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. All right, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Okay, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And this is really going into the 1948ers. All right, they are bringing out the Middle Eastern, quote unquote, Middle Eastern nations, all right, the Arab nations, all right, to bring them into war, all right, against other Western powers, all right, which is really going to turn into just the United States and the creation state of Israel going against pretty much all of the world. That's what's going to happen. But that's what this is talking about. But let's keep reading. Where was I going to get? Shalakia, bear with me. It's a certain scripture I wanted to find. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful right here. All right. This is Jeremiah 49 and 31. Okay. It says, arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone. All right. Babylon is, America doesn't necessarily dwell alone. You got Canada and Mexico and the Latin countries on the south end of us. But, this land is away from the rest of the world. All right. It's away from the rest of the known world when this was written. All right. I'm going to read that in the NLT, Jeremiah 49 and 31. Go up and attack that complacent nation. All right. Because the people in America are complacent. All right. Says the Lord, its people live alone in the desert without walls or gates. Okay. So this is what we see happening. All right. Literally no walls, no gates. People just said they said like 10 million people have came through in the past couple of years. All right. Verse 32. And their camels shall be a booty. Okay, let's go into that word booty. All right, it ain't talking about a beautiful woman's backside. All right, that it can mean that. All right, because women are considered spoils of war. All right, and that's in the law. When the enemy nation, matter of fact, let's get there right quick. All right, when the Israelites went to war against the enemy nation, all right. And they found a beautiful woman among the captives of that war. All right, they would take that woman and they would pretty much do what they desired. Let me see. Here it is, Deuteronomy chapter 21 and verse 10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy God hath delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captives, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman, and has a desire unto her that thou wouldest have her to thy wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put her raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month, and after that thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. All right, so that's the law on that. All right. Let's go back. Okay, that's the law on that. But this is the word for booty.
Strong's H 957. Baz.
So I'll be like, let me get some of that baz, baby. All right, let's be for real. All right, let's see. So outline of biblical usage, it says a spoil, booty, robbery, or spoiling. All right. Translates into prey, a spoil, spoiled, or booty. Okay. Strong's definition, plunder. All right. Let's get the definition on that. Plunder. Okay. It says to steal goods from a place or person, typically using force and in a time of war or civil disorder. All right. We just read that in the law. Time of war, you go to war against a nation, you see a beautiful woman of the other nation, you have her captive, you want to make her, your wife, you give her time to mourn her family, and then you go in unto her. She is your booty. All right. So that's how it's gonna be. All right. America is gonna be taken by force, destroyed. All right, they're gonna utterly ravish. Okay, this is in Isaiah the 13th chapter. All right, it says their wives shall be ravished. Okay, let's go back. Let's see how do I get out of this. Okay. Where was I at? Jeremiah 49. Okay. Just rolling back down to where I was at. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 49. All right. Salaki, bear with me. Jeremiah 49, and here it is, verse 32 once again. And their camels shall be a booty, a baz, and the multitude of their cattle a spoil. And I will scatter into all winds them that are in the utmost corners, and I will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. Now, honestly, I should have read the context to see if that's speaking of the Israelites or if that's speaking of the Edomites. But we know that, just to qualify my statement, okay, we know that either way, all right, that America is going to become a spoil. It's going to become a booty. All right, that's in the scriptures. All right, it said it should be a spoil of many nations. Let's get that right quick. All right, just to qualify. Okay, America is going to be a spoil to the nations. And it's prophesied that these different nations would be here on American soil, the Gurkha troops. All right, this is, let's see, Revelation chapter 18. All right. Salaki, bear with me. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thinking of Isaiah 47. Let me see. All right, let's see. Isaiah 47. This may be it right here. I can't find it. Maybe it's Isaiah 13. Let me just search it up right quick. All that spoil them shall be satisfied. Let's see. Okay, Jeremiah 50, actually. So, Jeremiah chapter 50, all right? It's talking about Babylon. So, verse 13, let's get some context on that. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 9, I read that. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. All right, now what is this talking about? It's talking about Babylon is obviously America, and the assembly of great nations from the north country is, talking about Russia, China, North Korea. All right, they're the ones that are going to spearhead all this stuff. All right. It says, verse 10, and in Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied. So, okay, Babylon, all right, will be a booty. All right, it will be a booty. All right, well, I guess that's it. Let's get ready to close out with this. Let's go to the book of Obadiah. All right. That's odd. Let's see. All right, you know what? Let's just get it right here. Obadiah. Okay. So this is Obadiah. All right. Chapter. Well, it's only one chapter, but verse 2 says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Same thing that we read in Jeremiah 49th chapter. It says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, who does that sound like? Okay, that sounds like Esau Edom, so-called white man. He thinks that his rulership is never going to go out of power. All right, and that's, matter of fact, I believe that's Psalms chapter 50. All right, goes into that. All right, that's why they're called the most proud. Okay, because they believe that that it's not possible for them to be taken out of power. It might be Psalms 49, but let me see. Okay, I think it's Psalms 49. Okay, bear with me. Here it is. All right. So let's line these up. Obadiah. All right. Obadiah, verse 3. It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, okay, the Edomites, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generation. They call their lands after their own names. All right, so this is how we know it's talking about them. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. All right, and this is what we're seeing is the beginning of that, okay? Verse 6, I'm skipping down to verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out, and how are his hidden things sought up? So he's being exposed right now. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. All right, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and have prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay, so who the men of the confederacy? All right, for those maybe who don't know. All right, let's get it. Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Okay, in verse, let's see, Psalms 83 and verse, let's start. Okay, let's start at verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that have hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, all right, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance against thee. So like the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right, so they all came together to get the children of Israel to lose their heritage. It's in the prophecies, okay? Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All right, so this same confederacy that we're reading about, all the men of the confederacy, all right, have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. This is what it's talking about here. Okay, now verse 7 of Obadiah. All right, going back to Psalms 83. Okay, these are the ones that joined up with Esau. It says the tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white man, all right, and the Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs, of Moab, all right, the so-called Chinese, all right, okay, and the Hagarenes and Gebal and Ammon, the so-called Japanese, and Amalek, all right, the so-called, what's it called? Amalek is the 1948ers, all right, the fake Jewish, okay, the Jewish people, all right, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, those are Africans, all right. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah, all right, so all these different nations joined up, okay? Every single last one of them has had a part in the destruction of the children of Israel, all right? But Esau, Edom, okay, spearheaded it. And one of his main allies, all right, Moab, the so-called Chinese, is now rising up against him, okay? Going back to Obadiah, when I start at verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? It says, and thy mighty men, O Taman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So as much as 2/3 of our people love these damn devils, all right, this is what the Lord has prescribed for them. This is the judgment that is already written. This is what's going to happen, all right? And there's not a damn thing you could do about it. And we know that you don't like what we say, but all right, this is what's in the scriptures. All right, we're not going to water down the truth to appease your punk-ass feelings. All right, this is Job chapter 18. Let's see. Job chapter 18, and I'm going to read verse 14 on down, and I'll close out with that. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. It shall bring him to the king of terrors. All right, and Yahushua is coming. All right, Yahushua Bahashim Yahushua is coming. It says, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation, right? Fire and brimstone from the nuclear missiles. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. All right, because remember, they like to name They name lands after themselves. Verse 18 says, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. All right, that's the end of the wicked. Okay, that is the end of the wicked. So I'm going to close out with that. Lord's will, it was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.